Good morning. I think it's still morning. Oh no, it's noontime. It's a little afternoon. I just got back from Home Depot. I haven't run the van in at least 2 weeks or more. Like all the other stores, like Walmart's doing, they have you can only go in one way and you can go out the other way. It's a pain in the ass, but that's the way it is. I got a 12-foot 2x4. I couldn't get pressure treated that was dry. It was wet and heavy. And if I make the project with that, oh, you don't know what the project is. Well, I'll show you. When I do the angles, when the wood dries out, there's going to be a horrible space there. So I got Douglas fir. I got a 12-footer, and I had to cut at 6 foot.
Wow.
Because we need approximately 5 feet of to make. We're going to be making the crisscrosses on the rotted part of the part of the deck railing. Below the railing, there's crisscrosses, and they were made in 1985 or 86. It's the only ones I never replaced. I remember showing you that on a video last year or so. Let's go in the backyard. Okay, so all we need for this project is approximately 6 foot, and I'll show you, and to get the angles right. Of course, our good friend Sam is no longer with us. He died of cancer last September, I believe, or October. And he's the one that showed me how to do the angles, because he was a carpenter. Let me get this over here. Okay, as I had told you, if you look back on the earlier videos last year, and don't ask me which one it is, I got too many of them, but this is original. In 1985 or 86 when I built this, as I said, this is original, 1985 and 6, and so with this. These were replaced. Everything else was replaced. And Sam did all the angles, how nice and straight these angles are. If you come over here, you can see back then I was no good at angles. See over here, I just kept cutting it until it fit in. But you can see here,
it's all rotted.
Yeah, well, this is not pressure treated. I could have bought a pressure treated 2x4 today, but all of them they've just been brought in. They're very heavy and wet. So when you cut these here and you put your angle on them, when they shrink, you're going to have a horrible gap in here, and the only way you're going to fix it is to put plastic wood in there or some kind of wood filler. So you can see how the angle is here, how nice they are, because this is the one that Sam helped me do. And the same with here. So I'm going to try my best to do that. Now this is a 6 foot piece. Okay, so I could have had these cut at 5 and probably would have been okay. So what I got to do, and it's the same problem that I always had, doing angles. Okay, I've been shown this, and I even made a video and some guys showed me, but I got a mind like a sieve and I don't remember how to do it. So what I usually do, I remove this, of course, first. Take this all out. And then I hold this up and I mark on the other side a straight line, which would go across like that. So that gives me an angle here. But down here, I may not have a good angle. So I'm going to have to wing it the best I can. I don't know of any other way to do it. So I'm going to need, we're going to get the tape measure out. I'll be right back. By the way, this is the ZE1 that failed, Tommy. We don't know what happened, but it started working again. The only thing I can figure is maybe you pushed the buttons too hard on any one button function.
Probably.
And what that does is, just like you've done on your MP3 players in the past, you push the damn button too hard, and what happens, I guess, it prevents the camera from turning on. Now the battery's showing it's good now, right?
Yep.
All right, so I don't know what's going on, but the battery did show red. So either it's an intermittent battery problem, or whatever was shorted in there cleared up. I don't know, but it's working. But you've got another ZE1 coming. Matter of fact, it came today, and you're charging it up for $20 with free shipping plus tax. All right, so here we are. What we really needed in order to cover the angles is a piece 54 inches long, okay? So 60 is 5 feet, so I figure let's get a 12-foot one and cut it in half. And we used the big van for that, which ran very well, by the way. Gas was $1.91 a gallon. Boy, that's good. That's about the only thing that is good and happening these days. All right, so we'll have some leftover, and the way I figure it, if I screw up on the angle, I'll have some wood left over to recut it. So the only way I can do this is what I usually do. I put a rough angle on here, no certain angle, on here, lay it down flush on the platform and draw the other angle here and just hope that it comes out right. And sometimes I have to move it like this, and if I need to cut the angle a little bit on the chop saw, I can adjust it and cut it again there until it comes up to where it's laying flat on that end on the deck, and then I can make my mark here. If you come over here, can you swing that camera? So stop the camera and come over here.
I can swing it.
You can swing it.
Yeah.
All right, you can swing it, he says. All right. The one Sam helped me do, the angle is flush to the floor. I don't know if you can see that. Can you get that in there?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So I can't really copy from this because there's a little difference in distance here. All right. So if I was to copy that, which I probably will copy that angle onto the bottom of this for right now, and then jockey it around. That's what's good about a chop saw. I can adjust the angle until I get it where I want it. So it's experimental with me. It's always been that way. I'm taking a lot of time up here, but I figured we'd do a project. It's going to be, according to the weather guesses, 67 degrees. So, all right. So what we're going to do now, let me get this out of the way. We're going to take this out. We'll come back when we start getting the heavy artillery out here. The blade isn't too good on this, but I can't get the blade out. You can take the set screw right out and the blade won't come out. I don't know, it just don't come out. This is the one I used to tear down the screen house. If you look back on those videos, 2011 I think. Alright, I got a pair of goggles in here, but I'd like to change the blade on this, but I can't get the blade out. Alright, see there's a set screw in here. Alright, I had it on the bench. It comes right out, and I still can't get the blade out. The blade is pretty dull, and I would like to put a metal blade in there so I can cut these nails, but I'm not going to be able to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take and cut it here here and just pull it right out. That's all. The blade, like I say, needs to be changed. But for some reason, I can't get the blade out of that thing. No. What we'll do is we'll just bang this off, and then the nails will be sticking out. We'll get this out, and then we got to drive the nails up to the top, which unfortunately is going to mess up the finish on the top, but you can't do anything much about that. And then I can probably use the same nail holes to drive the new screws in there.
Cut's pretty good.
Alright, what we got to do is get these out of the way so I can pull this the other way, so I'll be right back.
It's coming out. Looks like it.
Yeah, we got some nails here we got to drive out. Right here. We got a little bow in that nail, so it's going to be a little tricky. We got to drive these out. We got to drive them up here. I could cut them off, but I'd have to use my hand hacksaw to do that because I can't change the blades in that thing. I don't know why. I can't get the blade out. I haven't been able to do it. When did we tear that greenhouse down? 2011?
2012.
2012. Okay, I was close. I tried to change the blade in that thing back then. I used to be able to change the blade and get it, but the damn thing just will not come out. So, may have to buy another saw. For some reason, I can't get the blades out anymore. So anyways.
Beautiful day, folks. Nice and warm.
Trying not to bend the nails too much here. Okay, this is scrap wood with no nails. So that goes out in the back. I haven't got a truck anymore, so I can't get rid of the junk wood. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, the 4x4 is good. That's pressure treated. There's no rot there. Now, I'll be back. I'm going to get a vice grip. I'm going to give these nails a twist and a bang up with them. That's how you get nails out of wood. Clamp them with a vice grip, give them a rotation, and then keep the vice grip on it so you don't bend it over. Because if you try to bang this up, it'll 9 out of 10 bend over. You try to get it up so we can get the head out a little bit, and then we can pull it out with a crowbar. Be back. Okay, I'm rotating the nail. I can feel the nail head on the top up here. Makes it a lot easier because the nail's been sitting in there since 1985 or 86.
That long? Wow.
Yeah. That's a trick to getting it out, Tom, if you ever go back to the woodworking shop again. But I doubt very highly that anybody's going to be back to work before fall. All right, we got that one. Now let's go give this one a twist-a-row here. Let's twist that. Yep, twisting it. And we're going to use these same holes into the new wood. Right.
It's coming out. I can see it from here.
That's what we want. One thing I can't do is nail uphill. I never could. Now that one there is good. Nails are pretty straight, but we'll put new nails in. We're not using these nails. Alright. Now. Still recording?
Yep.
Alright. Get up on the top deck there. You can pull these out, and you can pull them out for me. Just get up there. I'll get you some.
Hopefully you can see me okay.
All right. On this one, you can pull that out all right. But to keep it from bending, which you don't care about, use a fulcrum. Like that. Okay? All right? If you didn't do that, the nail would come out like this. Now, not a problem. You can throw the nail out anyways. On this one, try to pull that out. Hold it, hold it. Hold it. Okay, wait a minute. Comes out a lot better. You don't have to jerk on it, and that did twist it a little bit, not a problem. Okay, so we got two nails out, and we didn't hurt the finish. Okay. Well, I'm going to work on those. Okay, normally I would use a crowbar to pull them out, and I've got them. But that's what you do if you got a hammer. You use this. This acts like a fulcrum. Gives you leverage. Probably didn't need to be this. This is all I could find right now. So what we're going to do here is going to do the same thing. We're going to put them into Twist City here, and let's see, where are the nail heads here? Nail is turning, but it's not visible on the top because it's got so much paint on it. Unfortunately, it's a latex crap. So let's see. There it goes. Nice thick layer of latex paint. I mean, that's all you can get now. When I built this thing, this part of the deck, I coated it with Cuprinol. You can't get that anymore. Good old Cuprinol. That's why this thing lasted for 25 years. This 2x6 floors lasted 25 years. Can't get Cuprinol anymore. So what's on the deck now? Water-based latex crap. So if it lasts 10 years, I'll be lucky. The same way with this. Now, there are some places here that is rotting a little bit, just in here. But it's pretty good all the way through here. And this here section is the new one that Sam and I did back here. But this is original here. So except for this little piece, and I could cut that out and put a piece of wood in here and maybe in the future buy a, I don't know what it's going to cost, maybe a 1x10 pressure treated. But the reason I never use pressure treated on here or on the flooring, it didn't cost that much more, probably $1 more per 8-foot piece. The reason I never did is simply because pressure treated wood warps every time. So I tried it on the railings when I first built this, and down here I had to take it out. It was all twisted. It looked like hell, so I went back to Douglas fir, and that's what this new 2x4 is that I got today. So I'll get these nails out. We'll give it a little bit of that twist and move. And it is turning. Right-handed job for a left-handed guy.
It looks like it's coming out.
It is. All right, we're going to go with the big heavy artillery here. I'll be right back. All right, this is a medium-sized crowbar. Now we can push this thing out. I'll take the chop saw and chop off the rotted piece, and then I'll look at the end grain. And if the end grain looks good, we put it in a good wood pile and we use it again for another project. So, down here, clean up. Got the sand in here from the winter time that gets down in here. I don't have any more boiled linseed oil. Didn't want to buy any right away. That's normally what I would put on the, since I can't get cooking oil anymore, I do the ends with boiled linseed oil, like I did the picnic table. Problem with now, a number of times I have used a belt sander and took this down to almost bare wood as much as I could, but no matter what I did to it, it bubbled up anyways with water. No matter what I did, even had 2 weeks of no rain, and when I painted it, it bubbled up anyway. So I don't bother doing that anymore. I just get off the loose and just paint over it. Now this area here is the bad area that I was telling you about. I will cut that out after I establish how much I have to cut out of here. Garbage truck. I'm not sure. I think that's, I don't know if they're going to pick up our stuff. They're supposed to pick up on Tuesday. Today's Monday. But I'm not sure. I'll pick up our trash. I don't hear them coming through here, so it'll probably be tomorrow. A lot of times your your water accumulates in here in the valleys, and that's the first part that rots out. But this is all good. But all there is latex on here. That's all it is. So now, I think we're ready. Just hold that up there. Hold that. Let me get the clamp in there.
What are you gonna do now?
I draw the angles, which I gotta go in and get a pencil or pen. Oh, I'm going off with half my stuff here. Step on my goggles and break them. I'll have nothing. That's not going to work out. I'm going to have to do it up here. You can let go. Oh, that's got to come down. That's got to come down. Hold that. Hold that. I got to release it. Hold it right there, tight. Don't let it go. Don't move. Okay, that's right about where I want it. Let's see what we're looking here. This is hard. Getting this piece down here is hard. There's a big overhang down there. Tell you that. Can't do angles like that. And I really should have done, but I couldn't really do that. I had a piece already cut out when I made this thing and have it already ready to go in. But I couldn't really well do that. Oh. So if I cut that angle, I know where the angle's going to be on. I might have to do it like I did in 1985 and 86. Because I can't do it like Sam showed me. Can't do it. Well, I'm going to hold this again. I'm going to have to adjust it the best I can here. Hold it tight. It's going to fall. I told you to hold it tight. Well. Rehunt it. Okay, can let go now. Well, you know what? That's pretty close.
It doesn't have to be perfect, you know.
Yeah, well, it's got to look good. Now I'm going to take this little block. Draw a line. All right, what I'm dropping in, this is I guess a 3/4 inch piece that I use to, for the pulling the nails out. I'll lay it out there. And what we're going to do, we're going to cut that angle on the chop saw. We're going to draw this angle, but we're not going to cut it. So when this slides in here, I'll see if it upsets this angle. If you look up here, I don't think you can get the camera up in there, but take my word for it, I'm just drawing a line through here, but I'm not cutting it. Okay? So that's what we're doing. Okay, this is the bottom angle that I'm kind of guessing at, and over here you can't see it, but it's down here at this end. That'll be cut last. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this first. Okay, so what I got to do before I can cut that piece here, that angle, I got to put some wood under here. Now this bench isn't perfectly straight, so normally a 4x4 or 2x4 would fit underneath there. Maybe not even that. I'll find something to level that off so that when I slide that in there and I cut it, it will it'll go right in. So we'll come back after I get some wood to put up underneath there. What we're trying to do, because the bench is not, flat. Right now we need to raise this up a little bit. Laying a 2x4 on the side is not enough. Putting a 1/2-inch piece of stock in here. Looks to me like that's got to come up just a little bit. So let's try this. Let's bring it up to here. See what we've got. Nope, if anything it went down. So we're going to do it. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Alright, what I want to do here, I got it level so it's sitting not perfect though. Not perfect. It's 3/4, this is 1/2. It's tough when you don't have the... You see, if you don't get this wood level, you're going to have an angle cut. And I don't mean the one we're cutting here, I'm talking about it's not going to fit flat to the floor. So, it needs to come up more. I'm going to use a 3/4 stock. A lot of prep for doing this. There we go. That's what we want. Alright, now we bring it back and we are cutting number 45. Never really put this on a clamp on here before. I used to hand hold it, but let me just see if that'll work. Yeah, that won't be any problem. Be right back. I get my reading glasses so I can see where the blade is coming on the angle here. Open this. Hold this up there. Hold it. Don't hold it down here. If you pull it that way, the bottom will come out.
This is my first time helping my dad out here, folks. I've never done woodworking before like this.
Okay, you can let go. All right, now let's see what we got in here. We're off a little bit. We're off about 1/4 inch. That's why I didn't want to cut that. Let's see what we're down here. Can you get a shot in there, Tom?
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you see that we're flat on the floor?
Yeah.
We are. We are flat on the floor on this side too. Okay, so we'll get my carcass up there. My broken down bag of bones up here, and get the pencil. All right. All right. It looks to me like we're sitting good. We're sitting flat on the floor here. Flat. You probably can't see up underneath there. Stop the camera. All right. You see where I marked it, which I said it wasn't going to cut it? We're going to mark it for real now. I make sure it's really legible so I can see with my bad eyesight. Okay, now if you go down here and take a look at this, we're flat on the floor. That's what we want. Now looking over here, we're almost halfway in, okay, and we're flat on the floor. See that? Sitting flat. It's not up, it's not down. That's what we want. So at this point, we're gonna cut it. Here's your camera, Tom. I got it clamped in, flush against the fence. And she probably won't fit in perfect, but it'll probably be pretty good. Good anyway. Now that's the cut-off piece. So I got enough material to make other projects out of.
Yep.
You can't beat the chop saw. I'd never be able to do this by hand. All right. All right, folks. All right, she's a very tight fit. That's what we want.
Look at that.
Have
Fits
things
perfectly.
Tight fit.
Fits perfectly. Look at that. Good as new now. Wow. That looks
Okay,
good.
well, in order to get the proper angle, this has to come out again because we got to cut in the center here. We got to do one of these, what they call a half lap in here. So this has got to be removed. This is only in here to see if it fits. And it does. Because we gotta do the half lap on the chop saw. All right. So, okay. In order to get this proper angle, so I can mark here and half lap here, and same with this. Okay, this is a little too long. So we got to knock this out again. And we have to be very careful not to split it taking it out. It fits real tight. Almost tempted to shave a little bit off of it. I can do that. And what I want to do is I want to take this piece out and see if this piece will go this way. If it does, I can use this as a template to mark this one. So two things we have to do. We have to make up the one for down here with the proper angles that's going to come up from the bottom left to the top right. In addition to that, where they intersect here, we've got to have what they call a half lap joint. So, the first thing we are going to do is wood over here. And we're going to bang this thing out very gently here. I can't work right-handed. I'm like a little kid hammering when I do my right-handed. Actually, I want to trim this out a little bit because I'm afraid when it gets to the end, it could splinter out. you know. Try to put a block of wood in there. Yeah. Coming out easy now. Okay, now, what I want to do is to see if this will work this way. Almost. About a 1/4 inch longer than, but she's laying flat on the platform. So let's take this one and mark this as L-E-F-T. Alright. Let's see on the other side. Okay. I marked left up so that this one goes like that as you're standing on the outside. So that's left. Left up. Alright, so what we're going to do here, can't avoid that knot, so we've got a knot down here. We can cut that part off of this. We're simply going to draw the angle, and we are going to cut it just a little longer, and then we'll shave it, because this piece has got to be shaved just a little bit. It fits in nice, but it fits in a little too tight. So the first thing we got to do, now, so we don't confuse anything, we'll be right back. Alright, we had to swing the saw around the other way, and we're cutting about 1/8 inch past the line, so we just get a little longer. Because of this bench, I had to keep jockeying this end here to get it so it sits flat on the table. Clamp is in the way. Clamp is in the way. Okay, this is a good cut.
Looks good.
Now, we cut past the line, and we gave a little extra. So now we're going to give a little extra here too. Yeah.
Looks good to me.
All right, let's go over here. Okay, we're going to have to trim it. The angles are a little off compared to that one. It sits flat on the floor here, but if it's flat on the floor here, it's not here, so we're going to have to do a 1985 type angle cut. We're going to keep shaving this until we get this right. We'll do that off camera. All right, I've been taking shavings off here, and now it's got a space here. I can't help it. That's just the way I can do things. So the only thing we can do is put a piece up underneath here and lift it up. I'll tell you, these are the hardest things to do on carpentry, is angles. The hardest things. So we got that piece in. The other one here, and we did mark it correctly. This is the left top. This hasn't been trimmed yet. What we got to do here, in order to get the measurements, we got to push this in halfway, like that. And this is the left top. This in halfway. We didn't trim this yet. Now, my pencil. Oh well. Even though we didn't shave this one yet, we might not shave it. We might just jam it in because it's not going to come out again. All right, what we do, mark that. Okay, what we got is two places. We cut the half lap. So what we do is we cut halfway through the 2x4. Yeah, that's just what I have a problem with, is angles, and I either cut it too short, it's too tight, so I'm not gonna trim this down. I'm gonna jam it in there. If I trim this, it'll be a big space like this one here has. So I got a wood shim that I cut off of this. I'm going to shove it back under there when I nail it, because you're not going to see there. If you're looking from the outside, you're going to see these angles, unless you get down on your hands and knees and see that this one doesn't come flush to the floor. This is why I'm not a carpenter. All right, be back. Made on one. We're going to make the notch on this so that it fits in. So when this one's done, they'll come together. And then we put a nail or a screw in here and sock them together. I don't have any boiled linseed oil, so we'll have to find something to put on the ends. Alright, we got the, you can see that, I don't know if you can see that from over there, but
Yeah, you can.
alright, we got a notch halfway down, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, so when they blend together, what you got to do is to raise this up. What we're going to do take this out for now, and we got to shim that up. I'll be right back. Oh, Jim. There, now we're flushed out up here.
Now it looks good.
I don't think I got anything to put in here that's oil based to preserve it, because that's where it'll rot out. I should say rot out in those areas. Let me get this other piece, see how it fits in there before I do anything, in case I have to trim these a little bit. See? Left top. One that fits in tight. I don't want to trim that. I know what's going to happen. That's gonna have to be shaved. All right, I gotta cut about an 1/8 inch off of here so she'll fit in. These are the hardest things to do. One of the hardest woodworking things you can do is this type of thing, and never get it perfect, never. But I try to do the best I can.
Looks good.
Best I can do. All right, this is what we've got. This is what we've got here.
Looks good to me.
Damn, drill bit keeps slipping in the drill. Now we're going to put a nail in there. We got to pre-drill, you'll crack this. So we got to pre-drill down through here. I think we use number 8s down the bottom, 10s up here, or 12s. And we'll do that one last. We might put a screw in there. I think that's what we'll do. And the damn drill bit was sliding all over the place, so I got a messed up face on that. Only got the one battery in the Harbor Freight. The other one crapped out. I threw it out in the recycle last week, a couple weeks ago. Okay, first of all, I gotta find some nails. I'll be right back. Alright, we got number 12s up here. Alright, let me get these started. There we go. We've got a damn nail in the ground already. Because I don't want this wood sliding.
Want me to pick up the nail on the ground?
Yeah, after. That's not going to work too good. That didn't work out too good. Because the damn wood is a little short because of that angle screw up I did. Alright, I want to try to bang one in. Bang straight. If they get crooked, they're going to be
Is it going in? Oh, I get it.
Okay. Yep.
Wood is a little split, that's alright. Banging nails in wood.
That isn't too bad on that one. This one didn't work out too good.
I'm gonna bang this one down yet.
Yeah. Take care of this side. This isn't working out too good on this side at all. Damn wood just split right down because it's short. The nails are hitting at the very edge. Yeah. Make sure you hit square on the head. Okay. You got it. I can hear it. You don't want to ding this up. You want to put a finish on that. All right. Let me
Looks good to me.
get the punch and try to knock that over. I'll try to get these nails over. I could saw them out with a hacksaw, which I'll probably do. But this side's terrible. I think what we're going to do is we'll cut these out. Now down here, where I couldn't get my hammer in there really good, I got to bang these nails down more. If I can. Got another nail to put in here yet, which you didn't do. Hard to work on those angles in here,
Looks good now.
Yeah, that's the best I can do.
Yeah, looks good. As good as new. You got a nail sticking out. I can see it from here.
Yeah, I know that. Up here, I know that. I'm going to use the hacksaw. I'll be right back. Wait, did you pick up that other nail? Okay. So number 12, I think. I don't want to mix them up. 12. I don't have any 16s. They wouldn't do any good in this because I'm on the edge of the wood. The only other way I can solve that is put another nail over here. To give it some strength. I may do that.
You gotta put a screw in the middle of it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'd rather screw it than to bang it. This whole deck was built with nails, no screws. But in here, yeah, we've got to get the DeWalt out to do that. We'll put a 10 in there. I don't need a 12, I don't want to split it. This is a little tricky, so watch out. Good, didn't even come through. Now that's solid now. Because the other two were just holding, catching on the end. Eventually, I want to cover the top of this with a pressure treated. But I'd have to nail it or screw it in a lot of places to keep it from twisting. 2 nails here. All right, we're gonna screw that. Yeah. All right, we got a 3-inch square bit decking screw. Yeah. Now, I could have put screws in the top of this, but I'd have a hole to fill where the screw sinks in. And I'd have to use wood filler or Bondo. I've used Bondo before, and that worked out pretty good. Because the screws have a tendency to go quite a ways in, especially if the wood is not perfect. But here, this is good. So now we've got, I could have screwed down here, not a big deal. It makes it easier to take it apart in the future. Whereas the screws, the heads will be clogged up with all kinds of crap and you won't be able to get the driver in there. And you won't be able to remember what driver you use. This is a square bit, some of them are star bits, different kinds. So,
I think it turned out pretty good myself.
yeah.
Thank you for letting me help you.
No problem, I gotta do something with this. Let me get a screwdriver and see if I can dig in there and see how bad that is. I'll be back. Well, there's a little area here, about 3/4 inch in. But the rest of this is good. Not bad for a deck I put in 1985, 86.
That was before I was born.
86, I believe it was. This is the original railing, Douglas fir. Now, I could cut it out and put a piece in here. I'm not going to bother doing that. This is, these are the crisscrosses we put in. And Sam and I were doing it.
Sam was a great guy, I tell you.
Yeah, we miss him.
Yeah.
66 years old, died of cancer.
I think he died in
Just retired,
2018.
yeah, just retired 1 year.
2018 he died. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be another project for another day. I'm going to dig and see if I can find some redwood paint. I don't have any oil base to put in here. I just don't have it, so. The only thing I got is spray cans of oil base, you know, spray cans. And I've tried that stuff before when I built projects, and that don't protect the wood, no matter how much you soak it in. I don't have any more linseed oil. I'm out, and I'm not going to be buying that right now. So I am going to take care of this off camera, paint it. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if we do work on that, we'll probably make a video of it. Otherwise, have a good day, everybody.